same point.
We attempted to. I think we're all competing for second best suit here and second best.
I go for third.
So
I'm just being honest. I'm looking around. I'm going third.
Today, did you guys go through the fashion walk when you came in?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was all about just focusing on kind of who you are off the court, our student athletes
Yes,
in
sir.
particular,
Yeah.
and all of you. You guys look great today.
Thank you.
I love the brown and blue combo. Both of you.
We nearly wore the identical suit.
Two of us were working out at
I
6
like the solid gray with the contrasting tie. And
Thank you. I appreciate it because I'll be honest. When I picked this out, I was like, "What should I wear?" And I'm like, "The commission's coming on." And if I don't have a good suit, like it'll look
I'll
awful.
say this to the world. Now, Jim Phillips might debate me a little bit. I'm a best-dressed commissioner in college athletics.
Hard to argue. Hard to argue.
It's intentional.
Yeah.
Okay, if nothing else, it's intentional. But it's great to be with you guys today.
Great to be with you. And, we've seen some great enhancements here at Big 12 Media Day, and really a sign of just the excitement, the investment that's been made in this league. It's a great time to be a part of the Big 12.
It's a great time, and we continue to want to reimagine what we do and how we do it for our student athletes, our coaches, for the media, and we've taken it up a bar too this year, not only for the men's that you're seeing today, but the women's yesterday. It was a great experience for all the student athletes yesterday and the new coaches. I mean, I've gotten texts all night saying, Brett, elite level. That's how they were describing it, and that's important because despite all the economics around collegiate athletics today, at the core, it's the student athlete, and our goal is to give them an incredible experience, and I think we're doing that right here in Kansas City.
Speaking of incredible experience, you got 7 guys on the men's side that are 5-star players. You and I, and we all know a bunch of them are going to be one-and-done lottery picks. That's got to say something about the league that kids like A.J. DeBanza and Darren Peterson want to come to this league.
It does. We're a destinational league. And in my mind, we're the #1 basketball conference in America. And I often tell people we're the second best league in the country behind the NBA. And it shows, 8 of the top 20 high school basketball players last year are calling a Big 12 team home this year, which speaks to your point. But we also have returning veterans, and we were very successful in the portal. So we have a good balance on our rosters. And by the way, a lot of our teams have tapped into the international marketplace, which more and more of the schools are doing now. So excited about the upcoming season, excited about the balance, the star power. And by the way, I should have said this to start. ESPN does a hell of a job for us. An incredible job with our student athletes, our schools. We love the partnership. This is the first year of a 6-year new partnership. So excited to be working together for the next 6 years.
You mentioned the best basketball league, and there's statistics that can support that. The highest winning percentage in last year's NCAA tournament. Right. 5 out of the last 7 Final Fours have had at least one Big 12 team in it, including 4 different schools. So it hasn't just been one program. Why is this conference in basketball such a perfect marriage, and why is it so important to you?
Well, I'm a basketball guy, at the heart of it. I was the CEO of the Brooklyn Nets for 16 years. I've learned to love football, and I understand that football drives the ecosystem, but at the heart of this conference, it has been basketball because we've been competing at the highest levels for such a long period of time. I also feel that realignment made us stronger. If you think about this conference, 8 of our schools were integrated in the last 2 years. Think about BYU, think about Houston, Arizona, top-ranked teams that made a great conference even better. So it's just an exciting time, to be in the conference right now. When it comes to men's basketball, I mean, we're really catching our stride right now.
I love the integration of some of those great programs. And Houston obviously has proven how good a program they are. As the commissioner, and you've had to deal with a lot on your watch since you've gotten here, how do you integrate not just the athletic departments, but the basketball programs? Because as you've said oftentimes, this is the premier basketball league in the country.
It's not easy, when you think about integrating 8 new schools. And, because there's the culture fit. There's the learning curve. We do things a little differently here. Some of the schools came in from conferences that were not Power 4, so they weren't as well resourced initially. So they're making more investments. So it's taking a little time to get everyone on the same page, but I'm excited about where we've landed after 2 years. I think we have great alignment across the board, starting with our board, the presidents of our schools, the ADs, the coaches have all integrated. They're doing a great job. They're rooting for each other when they're not playing each other, obviously. And I think it's made us that much stronger. But it took us a little time to get our footing, having gone through realignment as much as we did. I'm expecting big things this year. I mean, you think about 6 of the top 25 are Big 12 schools, and then that doesn't even include Baylor.
Yeah.
So it really shows you the depth of this conference this year.
10 states, 4 time zones, 16 strong, as you say. And we got a bunch of Big 12 teams playing in New York City as well. What about the connection between the Big 12 and the Big Apple?
New York City is important to me. It's a great recruiting market. It's a great market for enrollment when you think about our member institutions. So we're expanding our footprint there. We're going to be in the Big Apple. Big 12 in the Big Apple has a great ring to it. Kicks off with Duke in Kansas at MSG, one of the greatest venues in the world. So we're going to make the most of it. We'll have a social media campaign around it. We'll work with many of our media partners to elevate our moments there. We're playing in many of the venues there beyond just MSG. So I'm excited that we're participating in some great high-profile moments in New York and bringing our brand there. Critically important to the conference.
There are 3 freshmen in college basketball that stands out, 1 in the ACC and 2 that are in this conference. He mentioned Darren and AJ already. How important is it to have the focus on those freshmen and the skill set that they have, knowing that there's a very short window they'll be playing college basketball, but to be representing programs in this conference and bring even more attention to this conference overall?
I think we have great star power across the board, and a big part of that star power are the freshmen, that are calling the Big 12 home this year. And AJ and Peterson, who knows where they go in the draft, 1, 2. Most people predict, and we're going to leverage that star power to the extent that we can. I'm sure our media partners will do the same, and we're just excited that they're here as long as they are. Whether it's if they're one and done, okay, but we want them to have a great experience being the Big 12. They're going to battle night in and night out. They're going to be growing pains. This is a big time conference, but really excited that they voted yes for the Big 12, and I think it's indicative of who we are as a conference.
Saturday, January 31st in Provo, Kansas, BYU.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Boy, that's going to be a great one. That's going to be a great one.
He's already got his plane ticket booked.
I might
Even if
show
he's
up
calling,
there
not
with
calling
you.
the game.
The Rock will be rocking that night. There's no doubt about it.
That'll be good. Thanks for having us. This is great.
No, thank you for having
your time.
me, and appreciate all your support throughout the year.
Commissioner Brett Yormark of the Big 12.